Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome, and if you could subscribe, that'd be cool. Today I just wanted to do a really quick update about how my second round of Kadcyla went, so if you're interested in hearing about that, stay tuned. I did my second round of Kadcyla a week ago, so I'm filming exactly how I did last time, where I waited a week to do my updates. So I got it on the Thursday, I think it was Thursday, March 5th. Yeah, it was my mom's birthday. It's Thursday, March 5th. And today is exactly a week later, the Thursday a week later, but I have no idea what the date is because my brain doesn't work well and I don't care about dates that much anymore unless I have an appointment at the hospital. I got my infusion and it was a lot quicker this time. So we did it in 30 minutes and then they watched me for 30 minutes and it was fine, completely uneventful. They got the cannula on the first try. I think I have a little bruise from it. Yeah, they took it on the back of my forearm, so that was new. But it went in so easy, and she said that to save the veins in my hands, because she said she can see like scarring on top. So she said to save those veins, because this is chemo, to ask if they can find veins a little further up. So, yeah, that's a good one. So in the future, I'll ask for that one. But nothing happened. Oh, I had an echo that morning too. I was like, why did that day feel so long if that's all I did? But I had an echo because with Kadcyla, which has Herceptin in it, which really can affect your heart, they're supposed to do echoes, or I think in the States it might be, or not in the States, but in other places it might be a MUGA scan. Anyway, they're supposed to look at your heart because it can affect it. The tech, who isn't technically supposed to tell you anything, she's super nice and I've had her before and she knows like how stressed I get, so she doesn't tell me if it's good or bad, but she just tells me what my numbers are at and what my situation is, and I know that I'm still completely within normal range, so thank God my heart is good. So I had that in the morning and then the Kadcyla in the later morning, and then I came home and it was the same thing as last time. So I was tired. I went to bed, I think almost as soon as I came home, or I don't know, that afternoon. It all kind of, the week after this chemo, it just kind of disappears. It's like the hard chemos I had in the summer. Those weeks just go away when you're recovering because the days kind of blend together. You're not really doing very much. So the day after, the Friday, I think the Friday I felt a little hungover, if I remember correctly. That chemo hangover, headache, and just feeling generally under the weather. But then the Saturday I woke up and I felt really good. I slept really well. I don't know, I woke up and and I don't get steroids on this medication, so I don't know what it was, but I woke up early, well early for a non-working person, so like 7:30 or 8. And I went for a 6-kilometer walk down to the waterfront and back. I had a really good day on Saturday. And then Sunday, I did not feel as good. I could tell that like the chemo feeling was coming back and I didn't sleep well. I had insomnia that night. And then Sunday night, I started to feel really nauseous and I threw up Sunday night. So that was weird. I remember I texted my mom and I said, well, because she's more of the old school chemos, like her friend had cancer and she would just throw up from chemo all the time. So my mom thought it was really interesting how this summer, how I didn't get sick because they have so many antiemetics that stop that from happening. So I texted her and I was like, hey, you'll be happy to know I finally threw up from a chemo. So that sucked. I still was up and doing stuff. I just felt like I don't know, I just didn't feel good Sunday. I didn't feel great Sunday. And so Sunday night and Monday morning, like in the middle of the night, I woke up from like severe joint pain. It kind of feels like, I don't know, like it's hard to describe. It's like little explosions are going off in your joints and in your muscles, like all through your body. And some people are really lucky and they'll get it. No, I didn't say really lucky. That was a dumb way to phrase that. Some people will get it in a more condensed area, like just their legs or, you know, just their hands. Mine's everywhere. Like everywhere there's a joint, just feels like these little bombs are going off, and there's like 4 or 5 or 6, somewhere in that time frame it woke me up. So I took some tramadol, or I guess it's Tramadol, and some Tylenol 3 to go back to sleep. And I did. Unfortunately, when I woke up, I woke up sick, like stomach sick, vomiting sick, and I was sick like that all day. It was awful. I woke up to get coffee and I just threw up in the sink. I was standing there trying to make coffee. Like if I had to get up to go pee, I would throw up in the bathtub because I couldn't get through going to the bathroom without throwing up. As long as even then I threw up in my bed. I was gonna say as long as I was, horizontal, the nausea would go away. But even then, I had a sick bucket in bed with me, and I took tons of antiemetics that day, and nothing stopped that sickness. So I don't know if perhaps I got food poisoning or if I caught the flu. I'm really gonna hope that that's not a side effect to that chemo, because it sucked. This is not a good time. God, Monday was such a weird day. I don't know that I've ever been, well, I'm sure I've been that sick before, but not like in years. So yeah, that was horrible. I just spent the day completely in bed. By Monday night, I could tell that I was starting to feel a little bit better. Tuesday I was just drained from that. I didn't get that weird stomach cramp, so maybe all the throwing up prevented that weird stomach cramp. I don't know. Definitely say that I'd take the weird stomach cramp that I had last time over puking for a day. Yeah. Tuesday and Wednesday, basically just low energy, like getting my energy back, low appetite, just kind of listless. And headaches. Lots of headaches. And today I ventured out in the world for the first time since that weird steroid high which was not from steroids, that I'd had on the weekend. So I ventured out for the first time and got groceries, and what the hell else did I do? Oh, I had to go get SodaStream stuff because, gotta protect the environment. And I went to the grocery store. Oh my gosh, can we talk about the grocery stores? I live in a pretty rural area. It's not super, it's not super rural, but it's not urban by any stretch. I think there's 50 to 55,000 people here. I'm pretty used to my grocery store. We have 5 or 6 of them in town. I go to the same one every time because I get points there. And it's Thursday in the middle of the day, and the grocery store was insane. And there's no toilet paper, of course, because I don't know what's wrong with the world, but everybody thinks that, I guess, toilet paper is gonna solve everything. So that was crazy. And I was actually gonna just do the video in the parking lot. I don't know, because sometimes a change of scenery when I'm filming is really nice. So I have the worst dry mouth right now. Yeah, it's a symptom I didn't mention. I didn't get it last time. So I have the worst dry mouth from this round of chemo, or from throwing up. Again, I don't know if maybe I just have some side effects that are caused from that day of fun. So I was like, cool, I'll go to the grocery store. I gotta pick up just a few odds and ends, and I'll grab something to drink, and then I'll just film in the parking lot. But it was so busy in the parking lot that normally I can park a million miles away from everyone, and I was with super tinted windows, I was too insecure to even talk at all to my phone in that car. So yeah, that was insane. I just bought what I needed and got out of there. I'm really hoping that I have enough toilet paper if this is actually going to be a shortage. And what I think the problem now is that there were the crazy people that went out and crazily stocked up, but then there's people like me now kind of wishing I had stocked up as well, just because now if you didn't go out and go crazy, you're kind of screwed. As of a week ago, Amazon was fine, ship in 2 days, and I checked when I got home, and now Amazon's ship 1 to 3 weeks or 1 to 4 weeks. So even Amazon is I'm sure they're gonna get it back in, but if people keep going nuts, there's never gonna be any toilet paper for the rest of us. And some of us are on house arrest for things, and the only thing I can imagine people are stocking up for is because they may have to go into quarantine. But some of us live our lives in quarantine because we're immunocompromised. So just shitty regular germs are a bit of a problem, not just the coronavirus. So I don't know. Living in a rural area though, I didn't actually expect it to come up this quickly, but it's as far as the town over where I have, well, where my cancer center is and where I did all my radiation, where my oncologist is. So it's made it to that town, and our mayor was at some event with the guy that was there. And so our mayor's like put himself on quarantine so he doesn't spread it around town. So that weird virus isn't actually in the town that I live, but it still kind of freaks me out. It wouldn't bother me at all if I had just stayed on Herceptin, but now that I'm on an actual chemo, which does affect my white blood cells, that sucks a little bit. It's funny, we were talking about the grocery store and my hands felt dirty right away, and I couldn't remember if I had washed them or not since I got home. I washed them in the grocery store, but I couldn't remember. So I immediately, I have hand sanitizers everywhere, and apparently hand sanitizer doesn't really work against the coronavirus, but does or doesn't. I don't know, I've heard both things, whatever. But it does, hand sanitizer works against a lot of other things. So I don't know, it's crazy how the immunocompromised live so much like people now that are trying to avoid the coronavirus. And I just think, imagine if we lived clean all the time. Imagine if people just actually washed their hands. Before I got cancer, I wasn't I didn't really get sick. It's funny, the fall right before I was diagnosed, because I found my lump in February. In the fall, I had gotten sick, head cold, sinus infection twice, which was really weird because I don't often get sick like that. Maybe once a year I'll get a cold, but there are people that are constantly sick and they're constantly spreading those germs then. And I used to pride myself in thinking that I must just have really good hygiene. I try to keep my hands away from my face, but I do have a really bad habit of doing that. So I overcompensate by just washing my hands every opportunity I can. So and then being on chemo this summer just made me crazy about it, because I just touched my face right there because I had an itch, so I scratch, obviously, it's itchy, but that's how quickly germs end up on our faces. There's some crazy number, the amount of times that people touch their face in a day. So if your hands have touched anything that anybody who's sick have touched, they're now in your hands, and some viruses and bacteria can live for quite a long time. And then you're putting them your skin's already porous, but you're putting them next to your nose and your mouth and your eyes and even your ears, I would think. They're all holes to your body. So anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent there just because it is coronavirus season. So I guess that's what that's what everybody's talking about. And it's relevant to people that are immunocompromised, but I don't know, I figured just do the same thing that I did, when I was on chemo last time. All viruses can kill people that are immunocompromised. Coronavirus is just another one. So the flu is just, it's bad as well. Common cold is really bad. So anyway, that's it. This cycle round kind of sucked, but I don't know whether to blame it on the Kadcyla or not. So the next one will just be a great big mystery. So I guess we'll find out and see how that goes. So yeah, just a quick update. I hope it's quick. I talk so much in these videos. It's so hard to make a quick video. But thanks for watching. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you just subscribed, that's awesome. Thank you. And if you just watched my video and didn't subscribe, that hurts my feelings. You should just hit the button. Just do it. Give me a like if you liked it, and share the video if you think it could help somebody. And I will update you guys the next time I have something to update about. Bye.